found her body limping in the shower. Now she's suing me for thousands while she flies on private jets. My roommate Madison came from stupid amounts of money where her dad owned 3 yachts and complained that he got water stains on it. I was at university on scholarships and working 2 jobs just so I could afford microwave ramen and use textbooks. Madison and I got randomly assigned as roommates freshman year, and we somehow made it work for 3 years despite her designer clothes and lingerie taking up most of our shared closet. Everything changed junior year when I came back from my shift at the campus library to find our dorm room covered in blood. The bathroom door was open and Madison was lying on the tile floor with a gash on her forehead. There was blood everywhere, the shower was still running, and Pink Pony Club was playing on her phone. I immediately called 911 and tried to stop the bleeding with towels while waiting for the paramedics to arrive. The EMTs said she'd slipped getting out of the shower and hit her head on the corner of the sink. She needed 15 stitches and had a mild concussion, but would be fine. I spent that night cleaning blood off every surface and dealing with campus security who needed statements about what happened. Madison's parents flew in on their private jet the next morning, destroying the environment just like Taylor Swift. 2 weeks later, I got served with legal papers in the middle of my biology lecture. Madison was suing me for $200,000 for negligent maintenance of shared living space and failure to provide adequate safety measures. My hands shook as I read through pages of legal jargon, basically saying I was responsible for her accident because I lived there too. I made $11 an hour at the library and $8.50 at the coffee shop. My checking account had $43 in it. The lawsuit claimed our bathroom was a hazardous environment that I'd failed to maintain properly. They even mentioned the bath mat I'd bought at Dollar Tree wasn't slip resistant enough. Madison wouldn't return my texts or calls. Her lawyer was this shark in a $1,000 suit who served me with more papers every few days. They subpoenaed my work schedules to prove I wasn't home enough to maintain the room properly. They photographed every scuff mark and water stain in our bathroom. They even brought in an expert witness to testify about shower safety standards that I'd apparently violated by existing. The worst part was that Madison kept living in our room while suing me. She'd come back from her lawyer's office and act like nothing was happening. She'd paint her nails on her bed while I got emails about court dates. Her mom would call to discuss settlement options while I was trying to study for finals. I couldn't afford to move out, and neither could she apparently. I had to take out an emergency loan just to hire the cheapest lawyer I could find. He was fresh out of law school and worked out of his car, but at least he knew which forms to file. We spent hours going through every text message and email between Madison and me looking for anything that might help. That's when we found something interesting. 3 months before the accident, Madison had texted me about ordering new bath mats online. She'd said the ones we had were death traps, and she'd handle buying replacements, but she never did. We also found emails where she'd complained to Residential Life about the bathroom floor being slippery. They'd responded saying students were responsible for their own bath mats and safety equipment. My baby lawyer got excited and started digging deeper. He found Madison's Instagram post from the night before her accident showing her doing wine-fueled yoga poses in our room. Her Snapchat story had her dancing in the shower at 2 a.m. We found receipts showing she'd bought the exact same dangerous Dollar Tree bath mat I had. She'd known about the slippery floor and done nothing, but the real breakthrough came when my lawyer subpoenaed Madison's medical records. The hospital had done a blood test when she came in, and her alcohol level was through the roof. She'd been wasted when she slipped. The medical report mentioned she'd admitted to doing shower karaoke while drunk. Her parents had somehow gotten this detail left out of their lawsuit. At the trial, my lawyer destroyed their case piece by piece. He showed Madison's texts acknowledging the slippery floor. He presented her drunk shower videos from that night. He had the email from Residential Life putting responsibility on students. The judge looked more annoyed with each piece of evidence. Madison's shark lawyer kept objecting, but the damage was done. Not only did the judge throw out the lawsuit, but he ordered Madison and her parents to pay my legal fees and court costs. Then he went further. He said their frivolous lawsuit had caused me emotional distress and financial hardship. He awarded me $50,000 in damages. Madison's dad wrote the check right there in the courtroom looking like he'd swallowed a lemon. That money paid for the rest of my college and graduate school. Madison moved out the next day and transferred schools. Her parents tried to appeal but got shut down again and had to pay more of my legal fees. Last I heard, Madison was studying abroad in Switzerland, probably slipping in some other shower.